party. Yeah, never see my baby coming. Just once, then we went up. Yeah, my love tripping. Now I feel my body drifting.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game will feature a team that loves getting it done through the air. The Lions are #1 in pass TDs, and they go up against the Ravens defense that will try to keep them out of the end zone. The opening kick is straight ahead, so it's time to turn it over to my colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis with the call. Gentlemen.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL sends us to the state of Michigan as we are inside Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Detroit Lions. They come out here in the eye. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And they'll go on the ground. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, don't worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
He's going to air one out. And some room to run now. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll run for the first time with Lacey. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
They run it again with Lacey. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. This offense can be flashy at times, and a big reason for that is Perryman.
I like the way you use the word big, because that's exactly what Brashad Perryman is. A big receiver with a ton of speed. Runs so well, yet that strength downfield really confounds defensive backs. Is it okay if I tell you I played against his dad in college?
Well, I'm just impressed that you work confounds into the broadcast.
I'm impressed I'm still alive because I played against his dad in college.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
To throw on second down is Stafford. And he's got his man on the out route. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Now, the coaching staff probably has the offense prepared for this. They worked on this exact situation all week in practice, backed up in their own end, needing to get a few yards here to create some space. Looking deep downfield, and incomplete here on third down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. They start the drive on the ground with Lacy. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Gets it to Gordon. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. And there, the man coverage not good enough, partner, and they're able to complete the pass.
Excellent recognition of the man coverage, and they found the guy who could win downfield.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And now the Lions' defensive starters.
As Darius Slay continues to improve at the cornerback position, he may live up to his own nickname as the Slaymaker.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
Now a first down carry. It's Lacy. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Let's go! Blue, land it! Leopard! Leopard! Gone! Leopard!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And here are the Raven defensive starters.
C.J. Mosley's your prototypical Alabama linebacker. They'll come downhill and smack you, but they understand the game so well.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They give him a gain of 37. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Throwing on 3rd down. Stafford looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll come out in the pistol.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
In motion left is Perriman.
Back down in Philly. Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They overload him that time of the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah. Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
After the run, now Stafford going to throw. And this will be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. From the gun on third down, Stafford. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded at the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he'll let it go on the run. And got his man complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. They practiced this all week. Pretty clear it paid off there. Threw it downfield, made it look relatively easy.
And it always comes a little bit easier when you've practiced it and tuned things up and you're confident in what you're doing now. They felt very, very good about their plan, and we saw the execution because the confidence of the players was there.
And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Here we go. Over. Watch him now, Barney.
Again, it's Lacy. And he'll get this down only to the 18. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on 3rd down. And they're definitely showing blitz here. They come out here in the eye. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. So a costly penalty and now a tougher 3rd down situation. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he comes back with one complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
This will be taken in the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Here's Stafford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 58 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now they'll run it on the toss. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Well, after last week where he kept finding the end zone, what do you have, 2 touchdown runs?
Yep.
He's got to be just a tad frustrated here. Close, but he hasn't gotten in.
Well, maybe they give him another shot. We'll see.
Well, I would think so. I think he's built up.
And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. On the sneak, it's Stafford. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Well, now they'll try the end around. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. A little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Lacey. And they're going to get the first out here as he's up to the 14. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flushed out right, and it's grabbed by Crockett Gilmore. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now back to throw. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
He'll try again with the arm here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Muscles him off. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Yeah, I think the blitz there really disrupted the draw.
Yeah, and it's usually when you catch them in a blitz, the draw works pretty well. If you're the offensive coordinator right now, that's visor throwing time, isn't it? Because that's supposed to work in a big way.
Back to throw now on second. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Sean Robinson coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's third down. They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was done.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
Big 20, big 20.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game. And I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit, try it that way.
And the wideout in motion. Time running out here on the play clock. Just beating the play clock. Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on third. From the gun on third down, Stafford. He's going to let this one go deep. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, third and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
You know, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you. That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Watch it now.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for the Ravens. And even 60 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. On the counter, here's Lacey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Offense faces a 3rd and medium with 6 yards left. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. And ready for 3rd and 6.
Back there, Philly, here we go. All right, here we go now. Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Now, I can't imagine any celebrations being any bigger than your first NFL touchdown. And this rookie running back is still seeking his. He's not going to get it on that play.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will make our score 9-0. So that's a big one there. It's his 3rd field goal of the game, and a 2-score lead's got to feel pretty good right about now.
And while they're not free and clear yet, you're right. Now this defense can go out knowing that it's going to take more than one big play to catch them.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Brashad Perriman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And that one could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. He's got time. He's going to rifle one. That's caught inside the 20. And he is taken down deep in Baltimore territory. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Their dangerous wide receiver with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's
what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. They're going to look to throw. Complete to Gilmore, the tight end. Give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
12 yards on the pickup, and that'll be good for a Baltimore first.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
They'll run. This is Lacey. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here.
Here we go. Green, 30.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air? Let's see. 2nd and 9. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Lacey. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. On the give, this is their fullback. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come out here in the eye. Perriman in motion right. Now a pitch out to Lacey. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Following the penalty now, Lacey. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On 2nd down, Lacey. Room here to run. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll try to pound it in with Lacey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're...
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game. One last throw here for Stanford. And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So they